What's going on, guys? It's Luke here of SimBoxx. Delighted this evening to be joined by Christopher Lovejoy. Christopher, how are we doing?
All good, man. I'm just chilling. You know, I ain't doing too much. I ain't making no noise. I came out here to. I'm in Vegas. I'm came out here to spar with my heavyweight Deontay Savage. He got a fight coming up in a couple of weeks, so I came to spar with him a couple times this week.
Awesome, awesome. It's been a little while since I spoke to DeAndre. How's he keeping?
Oh, he's good, man. He's good. Working out twice a day. You know, a couple fights got pushed back. A couple fights got postponed. So he only fought one time this year. It's crazy. But he's back in the ring in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, it's good to hear. Hopefully, we see him active towards the end of the year. Christopher, I want to get straight into it. I find you a very fascinating character. Obviously, we follow each other on social media, and I see you post. You're one of these boxers that are very in tune with the importance of YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, and being able to grow your following, your profile. Um, yeah, let's get straight into it. Recently, you've had a bit of a Twitter spat with the IBF super flyweight champion or flyweight champion, sorry, Sonny Edwards from over here in the UK. From your point of view, take us through it. Where did it all start from?
First of all, what's flyweight? What's that? I mean, what's how much? What's the weight limit for flyweight? Let's so we can be clear.
I think is it 118 pounds?
Okay, 118. Okay, so let me tell you how it started. It was I might have been the Wilder undercard. I was watching fights, and might have been the prelims. And I believe one of Gary Russell's brothers was fighting at 118. So I just shot my tweet out there, like, man, I'm not really a fan of 118 pound men boxing. Simply because my daughter was probably going to weigh that when she graduates from elementary school. So it's like, nah, y'all gotta grow some balls, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then like, you're not really walking around at that weight. You're starving yourself, dehydrating yourself to weigh in at that weight. It was just a joke. You know what I mean? Because and then like I say, it's not really too much press at that weight class. So that's why I was saying I'm not really a fan of it. I don't knock them. I'm just not really a fan of it. That's all I said about it.
Okay. And like I say, then you got a reply from Mr. Sonny Edwards, who, as I say, he's a very outspoken world champion, undefeated world champion from here in the UK. And yeah, I mean, nowadays, social media, you're getting back and forth between everybody. I can see with a smile on your face there, Chris, that you know you've been mischievous, you've caught a bite. So yeah, for the people that might not know, how did the back and forth between yourself and Sonny Edwards go?
Well, man, I guess he took it personal. He sent a jab back to certain overweight heavyweights, saying that he's not a fan of big fat slobs fighting something, blah 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 blah. Then he went even further to say, "I'll fight Lovejoy. His tits are bigger than his 14-year-old daughter's tits, or something like that." I just stopped replying at that point because I don't want to get into what people want to paint pictures to be. So if they're gonna, nail him to the cross for that, he could be by himself on that. I'm not bringing, you know, tits of minors into it. I just leave it alone. But I mean, he probably felt some type of way about it, man. His weight class. He's a small guy. Looking for a fan base. He probably wants a fan base in America. Who knows what type of fan base he got in the UK? I mean, I'm a UK assassin, so all that stuff plays in a plays in a factor, man. But
Yeah,
yeah, I don't know what he got going, man. I mean, he got a fight coming up. Maybe he wants some attention. Maybe he wants some views from his fight. I'm sure he got some attention for Twitter. I mean, I didn't even know he had a Twitter. Uh, but like I say, when you're in that weight class, you got to really, really, really stand out. And it all started from when I made that tweet out. There's a guy, I don't want to mispronounce his name. He's with Top Rank, Inagu or something like that. I don't know his name.
Naoya Nui.
Okay, so what I said was, listen, I've never heard of the guy. I've never seen him on no type of networks. I follow everybody, all the promoters. I've never seen him headline the show. I've never seen him be a co-main. I don't know anyone of notable name that he's fought. I don't know any type of undercard he's fought on. And you can't blame me for saying that. So I said, listen, let's help him out. Let's give him some publicity that he wants, or he might need, because if he's that good, you guys call him the monster. He might be top 5 pound for pound in the world. There's no way we should not have heard of him. But now I think about it, I did hear of him because ESPN put out a pound for pound ranking a few months ago, and I saw his name pop up twice. I was like, who the fuck is this? So I never really looked into it to see who he was. I didn't Google him. I didn't box rank him. I didn't do anything. I just remember. I just saw the name. So it kind of came to me yesterday. Like, is that the guy? Is that the same guy? So that's what that was about. But like I say, boxing is boxing. We got people who boxing fans all over the world for all weight classes, regardless of the weight. And he's not getting no publicity. So let's give him some publicity. And Sonny Edwards, I mean, he want to fight, he want to spar, whatever he want to do. Oh, but hold on. I got my account locked, like temporarily halfway locked where I'm logged in. It's not deleted. So Twitter said that I went against the community rules for bullying. So I made a third tweet. My second tweet said, "This little midget wants so much of a fan base, man. He is sad, bro." Then I put another one that said, "I beat him up and his whole family up in one night, all at the same time." LOL. So Twitter froze the account and told me why. I had to send an appeal in and tell them we're professional boxers. It's simply just banter. This is simply just promoting a potential fight, even though we're not saying weight class. And me saying I beat him and his whole family up is showing how much of a weight difference it is between him and his family. There's nothing about it. There's nothing bad about it, no evil intent, no bullying. He probably liked it or whatever, but let me get back on Twitter because now they're attacking me and I can't say nothing back. So they said they got to review it, and now they reviewed it. They said it's still against the guidelines. It'll take a few days. I'm limited. I can just see stuff. I can't really reply. So I screenshotted it and put it on Instagram on my story to let him know. Yeah, in case you missed the memo, I'll beat you and your whole family up all at one time.
Okay, so we're going to get the Restore Christopher Lovejoy back to Twitter petition going.
Yeah, man. Yeah. I got to get verified. They ain't got me verified. I'm verified on Instagram, but I ain't verified on Twitter.
Yeah, we'll work on it. Chris, let's move on to more pressing engagements. Deontay Wilder, he made his return to the ring this past weekend, October 15th. He knocked out Robert Helenius in emphatic fashion, another highlight reel knockout in the very first round. What was your initial thoughts in terms of Robert Helenius as an opponent? And then did the fight play out exactly how you thought it was going to go? Was you surprised it was so early? Take us through how you received the fight, Chris.
Helenius' opponent, I thought he'd be a decent opponent, notable name. Not just a guy off the street that they try to say. But anyway, I made a few tweets going like right before the bell rung. I said Helenius is open to Wilder's right hand, but I can't knock him. Who knows how this fight's gonna go? I can't make a pick. I wouldn't be surprised if he stops Wilder. Then, like right before the bell rang, I sent in my last pick on Twitter. I said Wilder get stopped. Fuck it, let's just see. It's just my pick. And Wilder stopped the first round. I just think that, Helenius might have felt a little bit of power and he didn't get up. Like, you know what, man? I'm done. I got paid. I felt the power. Let me go home and see my family. I don't think it was a true knockout. I don't think Wilder unloaded the way. He got full extension and full power with the right hand and knocked him out the way he could have knocked him out. And I just think that Helenius felt a little bit of the power and he said enough is enough. I mean, he hit him like on his knuckle, bro.
Yeah. Do you think it's at a point now with Deontay Wilder with this punch power that he's got that it's almost like a freakish power that we can no longer try and scientifically break it down, that it's just a gift from God, maybe?
Yeah, I mean, he has power. You know what I'm saying? He's one of the hardest hitters in boxing history. You know what I'm saying? Definitely top 10, I mean, what can we say, man? He came back with a vengeance. He hasn't had good luck in the ring. Previous 3 fights. Came back, man. Let's see what's next, because the next guy he fights is not going to be like Helenius. I don't think he's going to feel a little bit of power and realize too much. I think he's going to fight someone who's not going to care about that. Give him more of a fight.
Yeah, well, if what we're led to believe is true and it does come to fruition, it should be Deontay Wilder against Andrew Ruiz next in a WBC final eliminator. What's your thoughts on that potential fight?
That'd be a good fight. Wilder's a much, much bigger guy. I don't know if he'll use his height and length against Ruiz. I've been in the ring with Ruiz. Ruiz is pretty tenacious, a lot of power, and he has a pretty much of a decent chin. He can take a punch. Now, taking one of Wilder's punches, who knows? but he's also a little clever in the ring. You know, he's a little slick. He's not going to just sit there and get hit like that. That'd be a good fight. Uh, Now Ruiz is one of those persons that, like I was just speaking on, who's not going to get hit and just say, "This is a little too much for me. Let me stay down." Ruiz is not going to do that. Ruiz is coming to win, and they're probably going to avoid fighting Andy. I think they'll go straight for the money, more like a Joshua, maybe Usyk. You know, I think he's going to fight like top five. I mean, not saying that Andy Ruiz not top five, but I'm saying as far as like um, showmanship, as far as like ticket sales,
Mm-hmm.
big mega fights, um, globally is what I mean. So I don't know. If I wouldn't fight Ruiz if I was Waterston. Ruiz is coming to fight. It'll be a very hard fight, and it could potentially mess up a Joshua and Wilder fight. This is a big fight. It's still a big fight. Even though they come off a loss, it's still a big fight.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's a very exciting time in the heavyweight division, of course. Moving on from that, Chris, on Saturday was a great night for your fellow American Claressa Shields, the GWOAT. She became undisputed again. Middleweight, she defeated Savannah Marshall via unanimous decision. How proud of you of Claressa was you in getting that victory and again being a fellow American, and also what she's doing for female boxing? How impressed are you by the achievements of Claressa Shields?
Man, very proud of her. I was very impressed. I wasn't too familiar with Savannah Marshall. Is that her name?
Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't too familiar with her. I just know that she was a big name over there. Um, and some people were saying that she has the edge. They were just saying she was just a better fighter. I haven't really followed too much. I saw a little bit here and there, Instagram, a little Twitter, a few highlights, and they were just saying that she's just a better fighter. And me just seeing Claressa Shields, what she's going through her journey, her training, all her sparring and everything, and I just seen a little bit of dog in her, and she was determined. And with, with the team behind her, I just gave her the edge, and I was just supporting her. I didn't know if she was going to win or not. I was just going. I just put on Twitter. It's probably still a pin on my tweet. Whoever wins the fight, I was going to put them as my avatar, as my profile, and I did. You know what I mean? Because like I said, just support women's boxing. You know what I'm saying? It's just it's kind of like on the up and up right now, and that's good. So that's how I feel about it.
Absolutely. So, of course, Claressa being an American, she come over and she defeated a British boxer in Great Britain. You're calling yourself UK assassin. You've called out many a UK heavyweight. Chris, can you give us an update in terms of where we're at with a potential, say, Johnny Fisher fight and any other UK heavyweights on the hit list?
Right now, we're looking at Johnny Fisher, man. I'll still speak to his management. Spoke to Eddie Hearn, like I said, it's going on about a month or two now. When he came out here, he said, let's go, let's do it. They want to give him a few more fights. We basically, everyone in agreement with his promoter, his manager, his trainer, him, me. We're all in agreement with we should let's do it like around next spring and summer. They got a few days for me to pick from. They give me those after his next fight, and we go from there. I mean, I don't really see myself fighting anybody else right now. I'm just really just chilling. I got to get DeAndre back going. I'm staying in just whatever shape. I'll probably turn it up. I'm thinking about coming to the UK and just staying out there for a few months. Probably go pull up on Johnny Fisher, knock on his door, something like that. See what's going on with him, man, because I missed him. He was in Vegas. But that's the fight. That's the fight I want, man. That's the fight I really, really want. Simply because it's a winnable fight for me, man. I could sit back and wait 3, 4, 5 months for that fight. It's still gonna be a winnable fight. No knock against him, but I just don't think he's ready for me. And if they're gonna give me that fight, I'll take it. If they give me that fight, that's the biggest mistake that him and his team has made. I don't know why they want to do it, but yeah, I'm knocking him out, bro.
Just to go back over what you said there a little bit, Chris. You said that that's potentially a fight for the spring or summer of next year.
Yeah.
Would you be looking at fighting in the meantime? Or are you happy just to tick over, train in the gym, and keep DeAndre Savage busy in the meantime?
I might just get like one more tune-up. I've been out the ring a whole year. I can't believe a year went by fast. I fought last October. Uh, I probably just get one more in Mexico, But I want to do it once I'm back in the ring and back on my regimen. I'm still running around doing a whole bunch of business stuff, getting stuff done. I'm not in the gym every day. I do a little jog here and there, a couple push-ups, little shuttle box, so I won't get too out of shape. But I'm not really in the gym like that. So as far as taking a real hard fight, before Johnny Fisher, no, it probably won't happen. I'm gonna let somebody calls me with a big money fight, and I gotta hurry up and just put everything on hold and go train for a few weeks. But I'm not really like starving for money right now, so I probably want to entertain that. I
Mm-hmm.
really want to take the Johnny Fisher fight and win that fight and go from there.
Is there the potential for Deontay Savage to come over to the UK with you and potentially get on the same card, or if not the same card, another card in
Definitely,
the UK?
definitely. Whatever I fight on, he gonna fight on for sure, for sure. He got to just figure out what route he want to go because the way I was moving him, get him some easy wins and get his feet wet a little bit. And I said, listen, when we go to the UK, they're not gonna have no little fights like that. And he like, I'm ready. What you mean? I'm ready to go right now. So yeah, he ready, man. Uh, you know, so yeah, he become with me. Well, I just go train for a few months or whatever.
Yeah, I'm sure the UK will welcome you both with open arms. It's a bustling heavyweight
Yeah,
division over here, and there's plenty of heavyweights that'll I'm sure, like I say, will open you with open arms on a matchroom
yeah,
bill, or there's boxer now, there's Frank Warren,
yeah.
there's plenty of opportunities. Wasserman are doing shows as well, so there's plenty of promotions that will be looking for opponents, and yourself and DeAndre Savage are very outspoken, and I'm sure we'll be able to sell any fight that you're in very well.
This is another thing too. So when I do get out there, I'm trying to plan my trip. I got a lot of stuff going on. I'm probably gonna call out the White Rhino, Dave Allen. So I don't know what he really got going on promotion wise, but I'm gonna just bring some cash, and probably offer him a little bit more than what his last fight was. Like, listen, man, what promoters out here want to take the fight? Let me make my money. Let me co-promote. I can make my money in the back end,
Mm-hmm.
because I know what to sell. I'll give him, 20, 30 euro, whatever it's called, the, the denomination or whatever the money's called out there, and I'll pay his fee. You know, if that's what needs to be done for the fight to happen, we don't need a big promoter to pay both of us. If I can get some of the ticket sales or some of the pay per view or let me stream it, whatever, I'll pay him.
Mm-hmm.
I could pay him, whatever he wants, and we can make it happen. That's the fight that I'll do before around that time than Johnny Fisher.
Okay. I like the sound of that. I like the sound of that. So we go from, the British heavyweight scene, of course, at the very top of the British heavyweight scene and the very top of the world heavyweight scene. We've got Tyson Fury. It's looking, Christopher, that his next fight is going to be against Derek Chisora, a trilogy fight. Tyson Fury holds 2 victories over Chisora from a few years back. It looks like that trilogy fight is going to go down December 3rd, given that the Fury anti-Joshua fight fell apart. What's your thoughts on, firstly, that potential fight between Fury and Joshua falling apart, and now Derek Chisora being the replacement opponent to take on Tyson Fury December 3rd?
Um, I'm not in those back rooms going on with seeing what's going on with the deals. Why the fight's not happening? Both fighters said they'll do it. It's not that much of a difference. It shouldn't be that much of a problem between networks and promotions. I mean, these guys want to fight. This fight would be so big for the UK.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, come on, man. You got to make that fight happen. Um, Tyson Fury's. I'm gonna back Eddie Hearn. And I'm gonna back Eddie Hearn simply because Tyson Fury's the only one saying the fight's not going to happen. Tyson Fury's putting 7 days and weeks on the time limit. If fights just don't happen like that, fights might take a few months. You know what I'm saying? Things got to be agreed. Things got to be on the same page. You know what I'm saying? The fighters got to be on the same page, in agreement. Everything has to be on point. You got a lot of things, a lot of key factors that's aside from the fighters.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know why Tyson Fury was doing that. Why put so much pressure? And then you still haven't really made an official announcement for your next fight. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So, I don't know why Tyson Fury is doing that. It makes me think Tyson Fury really don't want the fight. It makes me think that he wants the fans to think that he wants it, but he really doesn't, because he really wants the fight to happen. It's not hard. It's not that hard. And it's not hard to at least keep it in the talks.
Mm-hmm.
I think that'd have been a good fight, man. Like I said, I don't know what Tyson got going. I don't know why he would do that. I'm back Eddie Hearn though. Like I said, Eddie Hearn's doing whatever he can to make the fight happen.
So, what do we think
Yeah.
of Derek Chisora? Like I say, that's all but confirmed. It's not been official confirmation, but Mike Coppinger, who is very much in the know, and other reliable boxing sources are reporting that it's going to be Derek Chisora and Tyson Fury for the third time on December 3rd. What do you make of that fight, Chris?
Before I get to the fight, I believe Chisora came out. It was an interview yesterday. He said he's not fighting him. Was that old or was that recent?
So if we talk about the same interview, he was at the Claressa Shields Savannah Marshall fight, I think, and he was kind of smoke and mirrors. My only own opinion with something like that, for what it's worth, is that when Derek Chisora says something isn't happening, is when it's most likely to be happening.
Right, right. Okay. So, um, I think it's potentially going to happen. Just for the simple fact that over the last couple of years, Fury said that he's only going to fight a few more times. He wants to fight Usyk, Joshua, and he wants to fight that boy one time before he go. He said that in a few interviews,
Yep.
over the last year or two. So I think that he's probably talking about it, thinking about it, weighing all the options, seeing what's going on. I don't think that's a hard fight to make at all. I think if that fight was to be made, it'd be announced very quickly. So, like you said, Chisora saying smoke and mirrors about what's going on. It's kind of like what you said. It could be happening, but at the same time, it's not an official announcement.
Do you give Chisora a chance in that fight? You know, he seems to be having a bit of a renaissance at the back end of his career. He came off a win against Kubrat Pulev recently. Do you give him a chance in there with the Gypsy King Tyson Fury?
Nah, I don't give him a chance. Uh, Fury's not. Fury's not like on the bottom end of his career. I think Fury's still in his prime. Uh, Best in the world, obviously. I mean, he knows how to use his height. Uh, he's got the skill, man. I mean, I don't really see Chisora landing anything high percentage on Fury. Uh, I just don't think he has the speed and the skill. I think he might try to rush him, but Tyson Fury's defense is superb, man. So, nah, I don't give him a chance. I mean, I would give him a puncher's chance just because it's heavyweight boxing. Anything can happen. Tyson Fury can be hit, but no, I don't think. And this is what we understand too. Tyson Fury at this point of his career, he's not going to take a hard fight to stay active. You know what I'm saying? He's going to take a fight that he's probably going to win.
Mm-hmm.
Manuel Char talks. Chisora, stuff like that. Like he's not going to get these hungry guys. You know what I'm saying? At the top of the division to keep it going. He's already proved what he got to prove. It's either we're going to fight Joshua or Usyk. Anybody else to be just a fight for me, for the fans to have some fun with, and I got a pretty good chance to win.
Yeah, that makes
That's
sense.
what I think is going on.
Yeah, that makes sense. Chris, it's always a pleasure to catch up, man. I always appreciate your time. Is there anything you'd like to add before we wrap?
Just can you put my handle on the YouTube? When you post a YouTube video, can you put my at Christopher Lovejoy so people can see who I am?
Yeah,
Or
absolutely.
Instagram or something?
Yeah, we'll put all your social media links in the description of this video. So anyone that's watching now, check out the description and follow Chris Lovejoy. Twitter when it's back up and running, Instagram, and subscribe to his YouTube channel as well. Great content.
That's it, man. Let's get it.
Take it easy, Chris. I appreciate your time.
All right, bro.